Hi friends, this is Calpun Piso. Guess what? Another religious psychosis expression. This time Islam psychosis expression in Paris. Like I said, religion is one of the schizophrenias, is an HIV of the neural array. A brain disease that nobody seems to see. And it could make our species extinct. Here. This is the center of Islam psychosis. Right here. Right here. Right here. From the 7th century, all the disease, the cancer of Islam psychosis spreads. All over. Mosque all over the place. Center of the cancer of his Christ psychosis. Christian. Christ psychosis from the 4th century on. And that spreads all the churches all over the Western world. The cancer all over the place. Here it comes. Here it is. This is your cancer. Christian cancer right over here since the 4th century. And here is the cancer of Buddhism psychosis. Religion is a mental illness. Tons of temples, tons of places of crazy worship. We're in the 21st century. We are not in the 4th, the 5th, the 8th. Here is the cancer. Buddhism cancer in Tibet, Potala Palace. All these people are crazy, just like the ones in the Vatican and all the religious psychosis. They all believe in tooth fairies. They're of different colors. And here is the Judaism psychosis. They're standing by the, all come from Roman religion. All of them. From the 1st and 2nd century. But anyway, here, that's what they bang their heads on. Here. On a wall. They are so ignorant. Judaism psychosis. These dumb idiots. They bang their heads on a Roman temple wall. This is Roman. Solomon didn't exist is the title. And these are the Islam psychotics over here. And the other stupid psychotics all over the place. Religion is a mental illness. Idiots. All come from dysfunctional brains. And this place of worship corrupt the brain of children, turning into psychopath, like happened in the Islam psychosis, doing all this killing in Paris. Imbeciles. Get rid of religious psychosis. Get rid of all these places of where the psychosis spreads, church, mosque, and synagogues, and we will be in a much safer world. We're getting all these crazy people that believe in gods and crap like that in mental institutions they belong. And sane, mentally healthy atheists wake up. Scientists and neurologists put all this bunch of imbeciles in insane asylums.
Back on the headquarters of Charlie Hebdo in Paris. I would like to say directly to the people of Paris and of all of France, each and every American stands with you today, not just
address the problem. Religious psychosis. Religion is a neurological disorder that makes people do this stuff. Islam psychosis, Christ psychosis, Hindu psychosis, Buddhism psychosis, all of them are crazy. They all are, we are in the 21st century. We are not on the 4th century, any other century. And the brain is the one that creates thinking. When the brain is sick, it creates sick thoughts. And the person might appear sane. Religious is a psychosis. Don't call it religious, call it religious psychosis. Don't call it Islam. Islam psychosis. Mormonism psychosis. Christ psychosis. It is a psychosis because they all accept hypophoba, imaginary friend or foe, irrational belief, acceptance. Like conspiracy theory, psychosis. UFO, ancient alien, psychosis. These things do not exist. They are a product of dysfunctional, sick brains. This is what we create thought with, and people seem to forget. They don't realize that they all have a brain. The brain is the organ that creates thinking. And when it's sick, it creates sick thinking. Duh, idiots.
What they don't understand, what these people do.
Terror of post-civilization is all religion. The terrorists already come from an Islamic country. It's Islam psychotic country. Islam psychotic, like Christian crusades, where do you think they came from? The West trying to impose, the Christian psychotic West trying to impose on the Islamic all the crap, the crusades.
Les Français pour leur dire que tous les Américains,
Et c'est vrai, c'est la vérité.
à leur côté, non
Bien sûr.
seulement dans l'horreur,
Écraser l'infâme.
la condamnation de ce terrible
Like Voltaire avait dit. Let's destroy the infamous. That's Voltaire said that.
engagement dans le bataille,
C'est vrai.
la lutte contre l'extrémisme et de votre détermination à protéger la valeur qui fait si peur aux extrémistes et
Et l'extrémisme, c'est
unit
Who?
nos deux pays.
Christ psychosis, Islam psychosis, religious psychosis, the mental illness nobody seems to see.
Aucun pays
Situations like that.
And immigrant population, so it could very...
You ban all the Muslims, all the Islam psychotics.
That hasn't been...
Ban them.
We made
Kick him out of Paris.
you know, within the
These pieces of shit. Kick him out of those the Islam psychosis imbeciles. Kick him out of Paris. That's what you do. You send them back to Saudi Arabia, to the assholes. That's exactly what you do with these people. That's psychotic terrorists, yeah. Religious psychotic imbecile. Islam psychotic. Kick him out.
also expecting...
They don't belong in this world. Just kick him out, and when you find them, and if they find him, grab him
Normally you have the...
and sprinkle
So he's taking prime
pig's
time.
blood on their and say all the prayers so they're rotting in their hell. That's what you do.
Public because
You fight fairy tales with fairy tales. It's Islam psychotic infected imbecile. Close all the mosques. The United States should do the same thing, but along the churches, because the Christians are the same thing. They're Christ psychotics. All of them, they are psychotic people. You ban them and eradicate them. It's a disease. Religious beliefs are mental illness, and they should start with all the places to worship. Eradicate them, kick them out, all out. That's what you do.
other target...
Isn't shutting down. I suppose it's not logistically possible, but it doesn't seem as though, well, it does seem as though they're on high alert. We know that...
It's not religious. They call it terrorism. It's religious psychosis.
Talk about the challenges of shutting
Psychosis. The brain is the one that makes crazy brains with an old religious psychotic believing in imaginary friends are the cause of all these problems. And they don't see it. These dumb idiots don't see it. Get rid of all the religious psychosis places. Churches, mosques, synagogues. Close them down. If you start talking about your imaginary friends, you leave the country. You are kicked out of the country. But the problem is the stupid people are Christ psychotics. The whole city, everything else, the Western world is Christ psychotic base. They are Christian pieces of shit infected with that crap. So therefore they don't see religious beliefs and a psychopathy as a mental illness. It's very dangerous and lays dormant in the brain. This is what happens. They don't see it. And they allow all the Islam psychotic mosques and all that to be in a Christ psychotic infected nation as is Paris. They don't see it. They should go back to the time of Napoleon. Napoleon was an atheist. He didn't put up with that crap. He would have chopped the heads off of all these imbeciles. Anybody with the Christian crap. They just all believing all that shit. As a matter of fact, he fought the church all the time. Until the Christ psychotic infected imbeciles, the English got him. But other than that, just écraser l'infâme, like Voltaire used to say, crush the infamous. And the infamous is mental illness of religious beliefs, especially in France.
At the level of these are French citizens, probably.
See?
In that case, they presumably
They spoke French, fluent French.
So therefore, you can't quite.
They're French people. They're from Paris. It's Islam psychotics.
Response. This becomes more of a
See?
law enforcement issue.
And they say they're going to get radicalized.
And you
No.
invoke some kind of emergency powers. These
And
are
he's
issues
correct.
I think we're going to have to grapple with.
Farid Zakari is
The
correct.
side of it too, Farid, of course, is the
But see, it's a religion, psychosis, and they don't see it.
you know,
It's religion itself. It's the cancer of the brain, the HIV of the brain, that becomes full blown.
French people are very proud of their identity, and sometimes
Exactly.
there's confusion, misunderstanding.
Here's the problem.
Heard as a French imam,
It's a-
I know that Secretary Kerry quoted it, saying
It's an imam. An imam is a priest,
of the magazine
and he's a psychotic.
Liberty. So I think it's
You
really important
cannot-
to hear from Muslim
You
leaders
cannot separate
and that-
terrorism, psychosis, mental illness from religion. Religion is a cancer. That's the problem of everything.
My suspicion is we will
And they're
not
fighting over their tooth fairies.
want because
The Christians, the Muslims, and the many sects, and the Hindus, they all fight each other because of the imaginary friends.
they perceive as blasphemy.
See?
That, you know,
blasphemy
there is
for imaginary friend.
The blasphemy is held as something very terrible, and while nobody would condone the violence, I think that these moderate Muslim leaders, they will be reluctant to come out
because they're scared.
Where is the blasphemy come from? From the stupid religious psychotics.
Okay.
It happened in Christianity. They fought each other in the 11th, 12th centuries, 13th centuries.
Nudge them.
Islam fight each other all the time. They fight because of the tooth fairies. They're imaginary friends. They're fighting each other for this crap. It's like the people of Mickey Mouse fighting the ones that believe in Donald Duck, and the ones that believe in Santa, and the other ones say no, it's Peter Pan that is the real God, and so forth. They're fighting because of this crap. It's a psychosis, a cancer, it's an HIV of the brain. Religion is a mental illness. I don't know what words to use. To actually, people wake up, and the stupid atheists, mentally healthy, sane atheists, scientists, neurologists, don't address this. In this 21st century, these people should be in mental institutions. Get rid of all the mosques, all the churches, all the synagogues, and all these places in the world, in every country that is civilized. Get rid of these psychos, and they only get their psychos in their churches. They infect the brain of children. They create terrorists. That's what happens. And the mosques do it, the synagogues do it, and the damn churches do it. They destroy the brain. They screw up the brain of children, creating psychopaths like this. This is the problem with the stupid religious text. They read it only one book. This is the problem. They don't see it. They don't talk about it. Radicalized, Islamists, no, IslamPsychotics, Christ psychotics, Hindu psychotics, people of religious psychosis. It's a cancer of the brain.
Is that forensic investigators
so offensive that it is worthy of mass murder?
No, let's not give these terrorists the benefit of.
Look at the Crusades. If you talk against Christ, they will burn you at the stake.
These are people
these are ignorant imbeciles. They don't understand that. What is blasphemy? You know, 200 years, 300 years ago, if I was talking the way I'm talking right now against the Christ psychotic infected imbeciles, I would have been burned. I would have been killed. So what's the problem with these imbeciles?
This is the appropriate response for it.
And then do it in the name of the religion. They don't do it in the name of a religion. They do it because of the religious psychosis. People don't do things don't they cough in the name of tuberculosis. They do it because of the tuberculosis, the disease. That's what these imbeciles don't understand.
That'll wrap it up.
And the whole disease is spread in mosques, in churches, in synagogues.
Away fast. When security experts look at that, that makes them think again that these guys were thinking. You drive away fast, and in a panic, that draws attention to you. You drive away slowly.
Hi friends, this is Calpurn Piso. As I've been saying ad nauseum, religious beliefs is a psychopathy, it's a mental illness, it's a neurological disorder, and nobody seems to see it. This just happened in Paris. See what happens? And the cause is religion. It's all these crazy people. They're psychopaths. They're stuck in the 12th century. And the reason is because they have mosques, churches all over the place. For 1700 years you have been, the brain of children have been disrupted, fed with all this crap. 1700 years of this zombie God believe in God and crap and all that bullshit. It's also schizophrenia. One of the schizophrenias is a very, very bad disease, a mental illness, a disease that hides in plain sight. It's called religion. Don't call it religion. It's a religious psychosis. It's like an HIV of the brain, lays dormant there. You go to a church, you go to a synagogue, these Muslims, they are crazy, disgusting, imbeciles, psychopaths. The Christians are the same way too. But the Christians are like a dormant HIV. And they go to church and believe all that crap. But you know, they occasionally they go on a rampage and shooting people too. You know, see, let's don't forget the Crusades, the Holocaust, because of Christian Hitler, his Christian upbringing, Luther, Germany and Catholic Germany in Europe was infected with all that religious crap. All South America is infected with this Catholic crap. And this gives people craziness. Saudi Arabia is infected with Muslim psychosis. IslamPsychosis, and they're disgusting people. They want to kill the infidel. They want to do this. The same thing happened with the Christians. The Christians started the whole thing 1700 years ago. Psychosis. They're disgusting. The brains don't evolve. They're disgusting, and they keep doing the same crap in churches. In mosques, the same thing. All these people in Islam, they go over there and they read this stupid book all the time. They are disgusting. They don't know any science. They're anti-science pieces of shit. This is what's happening. It's happening all over. Right now it's the 7th of December, 7th of January of 2015. 2015, we're in the 21st century. And this is imbeciles that are going on. And they're all over the place. And they're not only the Islam, there's 73 sects in Islam. They're all crazy people. Christians are crazy people. Hindus that believe in all that crap are crazy people. The Jews that believe that do this crap are crazy, crazy people. They're all psychopaths. We're nothing but evolved mutated primates, product of coitus. They have to study, they have to be teaching science and define all religious beliefs as one of the schizophrenias, like depression, like temporal lobe epilepsy, psychopathy. Nobody says these people belong in a hospital. But you have to dismantle all the synagogues, all the churches, all the mosques to live in a world that is sane. And you'll get this over and over and over, and every year is going to be the same shit. And they go, because they treat the disorder, they treat the symptoms of the disease and not the cancer itself. It's like somebody's coughing, you give him cough drops and all that, you treat the thing, and the person has a tuberculosis, and you don't aim at the root of the problem, which is the disease. You know, the virus, the disease that is causing the cough. But you're treating the cough. The same thing with religion. You treat the so-called terrorist and go around a rampage. Oh, but they don't treat the cancer, which is the synagogue. I mean the mosques. And they goes on a rampage and the pedophile, the priest, and doing all this stuff to children, raping the brain of children. And they cause a problem, and you treat the people. You don't go over to the church and close the churches that spray all the garbage and molest the brain of children. This is the problem that's being happening all the time, and I repeat it ad nauseum. There's all my YouTube videos repeat the same thing over and over, expressing it, and nobody pays attention to it. Everybody's oblivious to it because it's that all the nations on the country, on the planet are infected with the religious psychosis, all of them. The Western world is all Christian crap, with all the denominations. The Islamic world, Islam psychotic infected imbeciles with 73 sects. All infected, all infected. All over the place, they don't see it. But it's a fact, my friends. And it's all in the brain. We are evolved, mutated primates that create thinking with the brain. When the brain is sick, it can only produce sick thinking, irrational thoughts. It's like the religion is an HIV of the brain that lays dormant in there. And it becomes full-blown, and this is what happens. Then you have the Crusades, you have the Holocaust, you have these crazy people who are imposing their world. They're not going anywhere. But they still kill people. Pace Dio.